Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be installing some camber arms. Now, what even is camber? Well, when you lower a car, naturally the wheels tilt inwards. Now that is what we call camber, in and out. I'm sure you guys have seen it before with the cars with the crazy wheels on the sides, which is all good and well if that's what you're into. I'm not. And I want these wheels to be straight. I mean, a little bit of camber's fine, like a degree or so, maybe 2 for street use is fine. So what I'm going to be doing is installing these arms, which allows me to adjust that camber with these ball joints. And I can give you an example as to why camber is not such a great idea. All right, so here is a tyre that's been running on a car with a lot of camber. And as you can see on the inner edge here, we're down to the cords. So running your tyre with a lot of camber, it's only this sort of small edge that's sitting most of the weight of the car. So if your tyres or wheels and tyres are cambered so high, you've got less tyre actually on the road. So in theory, you're gonna have less grip, and then in the wet as well, you're gonna struggle. So I want these to be set up completely right. So in this video, I'm gonna go through that and show you guys how to set it up. Okay, so first thing we want to do is undo these two 17mm bolts. All right, so once those bolts are down, you'll see that the actual arm will loosen down. But there's a little plate on the back there. If you can just split that plate from like that there, you can lift that over the top and you can pull it down. Once you've got this plate removed out of the back, the arm will move down freely, and we need now to get this ball joint out. So I'll take this split pin out and then undo it, and hopefully that will come out. Okay, so this part is probably going to be the hardest part of this whole job, is getting this ball joint out of here. Now the way I've done it is, if you unscrew the nut down just past where the bolt starts, you can actually tap it with a hammer. Now I use a copper hammer. Now this way you won't damage anything. So if you unscrew the nut and you're hitting both of them at once, and I've seen a lot of people before just hitting the threads, and you can soon destroy them and making it not usable again. Next job, swap these ball joints over to the new arm. Just a little tip to make it easier: 2 14mm, get one ratchet on that side, and then it works against itself like that. Okay, so I've got the ball joints swapped over and they've all gone okay. So the main part of what we're doing here is this ball joint can move up and down. So that is what we will use to adjust the camber, whereas on the stock arm, it's not movable. Okay, so the arm is back on, and we're going to get the ball joint put in and the last nut. What I'm going to do is, before I even think about adjusting it, I'm going to just put it all back together, put it on the floor and see what it actually looks like and go from there. All right, so that's all bolted up good, and whatever you do, do not forget your split pin. If this nut, for whatever reason, decides to come loose, that is going to stop you from having a world of problems. All right, so the car is back on the ground, and how it is right now actually looks really good. And I think I'm going to leave it like it is, because obviously whoever's had these arms before, because they were second hand, but I only paid 40 quid for the pair of them, so it was worth a go, and it's turned out okay. So it sits quite nice how it is now, so I'm just going to leave it, and then when I take it to get tracked properly, we'll see where it is. But if you look at that side there, you can see like the top of the rim that's just poking out of the, well, it's not poking out of the wing, but like in line with it. But then when you come to this side here, you can't even see it. It's sticking in that far. All right, so there we have it. It's all fitted and done. Obviously I still need to get the car tracked properly, but it's pretty close to where it needs to be. So I hope this video has been of some help. It's a pretty easy job, and with minimal tools, anyone could do this really. Even on the floor without the ramp, it's pretty easy. If anyone wondering about the actual update on the car when it's going to be running, it's actually booked in for a dyno session, but the waiting times around here at the moment are quite long. So it's going to be the end of, is it next month, Luke, or this month? What are we on now? It's January now. January. Huh? Oh, this month? Ah, I thought it was next month. Okay, so yeah, end of this month. So a couple of weeks from now, hopefully this will be up and running and mapped properly. But we shall see, and that'll be in another video. So until then, look after yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.